If you're wanting to know how to get the best out of the month of July, then do stay tuned and watch this video right to the end because there'll be some supportive snippets in there to help support you in navigating these changing energies and how to get the best out of your energy and your mission and purpose and how you drive forward in inner stillness and empowerment within you. It's really going to be required through the month of July where we're going into lots of retrograde. There's a shadow aspect of that we're feeling right here, right now. And you're asked to hold your inner center and to, if there's any chaos or you feel there's a stagnancy or stuckness or that your energy is scattered. I've got a lot of that today, is in scattering of energy. Do I go here? Do I go there? And then perhaps feeling the pressure to move faster, to work more boldly towards something, and feeling a pressure on you to be on a certain timeline, which may not even be an energy that is yours, that is coming from you. It may have been you absorbing the emotional perception or a projection of someone else into your energy field. Allow yourself to anchor into how you are on your own perfect divine timing, going at your pace, following your rhythm, to follow what your intuition is telling you as when to lean in and push forward and take action, and when to slow down and zoom out and meditate and go into introspection so you can tune in and tap into your tree and your timeline and your inner calling, and to follow that, being mindful that you haven't taken on something else or are acting and thinking and feeling and taking certain forward momentum out of the energies of fear, of any subconscious expectation of negativity or whatever it may be, to even be aware of that. In the month of July, emotional self mastery is going to be huge in that nervous system regulation. And for emotional regulation, I'm brought to the four O's, which is to recognize what it is you're actually feeling. Be clear with that, even journal on it, sit with it, meditate. Like, what is it that you're actually feeling? Is that a truth? Is it real, even? Or is it just a fleeting, passing moment? Is it a story from something that you can now let go? So to recognize and reflect on that, doing the reflection, then you can release it in that way. Then we have reframe, to reframe your thoughts of creating something different and shifting. And emotional freedom technique tapping can be very useful for that, where you may want to embrace and acknowledge exactly where you are, accepting it, giving love to it rather than bypassing it or avoiding or escaping or denying it, to be present with what may be coming up within you, acknowledging it, while also knowing the better is available to you and shifting into that as an act of self-love rather than rejecting, denying, avoiding yourself is key. That's a more harmonious, energetic shift in I see and accept and witness where I perceive myself to be, and give love and grace and compassion to that. Also choose to release it if it's not serving me, and shift into what is supporting me and what's expansive and what's harmonious and what allows my energy to feel more lit up, what's taking me towards my heaven. And finally, from that, so we had recognize, reflect, reframe, and respond, that you can choose to respond differently. And even through doing the tapping, it's it's proactive, it's taking action on it in following a step-by-step process of stating what it is right here, right now, telling the story, the narrative, choosing to give love and compassion and release it from you, tapping on their meridians and claiming in and re-scripting a new story and rewriting your story in the now and claiming it and bringing in those thoughts and feeling states and activating it in your body. I am getting the message to share with you, and I'm happy to say, like, you can even go to Tap with Brad's channel. Like, it's an abundant universe. If anyone does really want to engage with tapping, I'm going to send you to the absolute legendary expert on that, which would not be me. I've checked on his videos, down through the years here and there. A wonderful person, wonderful scripts, and the it's just kind of almost divinely channeled what comes out of him in guiding his viewers through a tapping experience. So that's Tapping with Brad Yates. Shout out to him and his incredible work and consistency in doing that. And this is key in if you're building on something and you're creating a legacy, or you're an artist, you're a creator, you're creative, you're really stepping even more into the energy now and into this month of July of allowing yourself to be in greater alignment, in alignment with your heart and soul mission and vision, and really pouring into that through a deliberate act of devotion, through committing to it, to committing to yourself in mind, body, slow, but mind, body, soul practices, but also allowing yourself to slow down, to tune in, and to be deliberate and intentional in what you're pouring into as your creative process and your expression, and allowing yourself to feel more aligned with your heart and soul, so that you're creating and feeling more abundant and feeling blissful and harmonious and content within you, regardless of timelines, regardless of expected outcomes, that you allow yourself to be in process. You may have a trajectory on a linear timeline of completing certain things within 1 month as a time frame, within 3 months, within 3 years. And there are people who devote themselves to their craft, their work, for decades, and still are in contentment, sipping tea and doing meditation in a loving, devotional love of labor with their craft and their creative process. And feeling that they're fulfilled, it fills up their inner well-being. It makes them harmonious and vibrant and healthy and magnetic in that cosmic dance with the universe. And how July is going to ask you to consider prioritizing alignment over timelines and expected outcomes, because being aligned is what takes you on the true trajectory to being abundant and experiencing abundance, being harmonious within and experiencing harmony in your reality, feeling that you're emotionally regulated and safe and secure and stable within you, and therefore experiencing that in your reality. So alignment is key for July. And since we're still in Cancer season, it is very much processing your emotions, in allowing yourself to lean in and move forward with the mission in your heart and soul, regardless of external circumstances, regardless of outer projections and opinions and what's going on in the world. But it is literally you and God, and being in the connection and the partnership of that as being your true enrichment, and activating your health, your harmony, your expanded love and joy, blissful, elevated states, your wealth, your prosperity, your expansion, and also beyond you, it's pouring into, as in like the giving tree image, and I'm getting guided to speak on that giving tree of being an overflow of giving and wanting to pour into things and to help people, to ignite people, to inspire people, to let that be a passion for you, to wake up every day excited, saying, how can I pour into this? How can I give even more? How can I create even more? How can I express even more of myself? How can I let out more of my shine? Whatever it may be for you, and what wants to be expressed from you. And in navigating that, in navigating any turbulence that may come up in your reality with the retrogrades that happen, that you anchor back into that emotional self mastery and nervous system regulation, so that you feel on track with your dream and creating your dream life. And this was also coming to me today, and it's in cards also on Three of Cups it's come out, and it's very much the energy of being happy today, regardless of what is going on. And you can celebrate each and every day what makes your soul feel alive and vibrant and joyful today. And to allow space for that, to allow space for your joy and bliss and harmony and truly what truly lights you up each and every day. That is allowing for time to go for a swim in the sea. If it is spending time in nature, looking over at the mountains here. I haven't shared a mountain view in this video because I've got my charger plugged in, so I'm at another table. Looking over at the mountains over here, it's just magnificent. Whenever you feel that you are scattered or you're prompted to respond somehow from a place of fear, that you're feeling off center, you're not aligned or coming into a wholeness of knowing your truth and knowing what you're here to do and feeling very aligned with that. So if you feel off center, get out into nature and ground yourself, put feet into the earth, swim in the sea, go for a walk, listen to harmonious high frequency music, come back into what generates a state of abundance and bliss and harmony and health and vitality and truth and beauty and joy and happy success within you, because then you're more in your true state of being and aligning more with your soul and aligning more with creative inspiration to come to and through you, signaling to you, guiding you in how to show up, to what to express, what actions to take. And you'll feel that it just emerges from you. The Ace of Swords has come out in surrendering to that. And I'm guided to also read the description on that in this book for how it may support you. Let me know if this message is resonating for you. Have you felt scattered lately? Have you felt, do I go this way or that way? Have you felt a pressure on you and a need to push through in something faster, and how your body might not quite be matching up with that? Your body might be asking you to slow down. So be attuned to what your intuition is truly speaking to you, and whether or not you're acting out of a sense of fear or powerlessness. Huge. Okay. This is the first card of the suit of air and heralds a beginning under difficult circumstances, maybe after a business failure or broken relationship. So if you feel that you're completely starting over because who you thought yourself to be is no longer aligning with who you're stretching into becoming, something about a new chapter unfolding, and that you're leaning into becoming a new version of you. And that requires you to shed what you may have been putting a lot of time and effort and energy into that may not be working for you. Also coming to me, and I had seen someone else express this, in how there's a need to be honest about what feels like it's reciprocal. As in, if you're pouring into something, do you feel that it's pouring back into you? If are you getting the results from what you are creating or putting into? And then there can be a time of how you feel nothing's happening and nothing is moving, yet small, consistent steps can compound. And it can be almost as if when you detach or become unbothered, then you, in your energy, become magnetic and things start chasing you. So be mindful of that if you feel like it's a period where you feel about to give up on something, that's going out into nature and just being in nature and coming back into your own energy can release you from any scatteredness or questioning and being too much in the mental energy about that, so that you allow the unfolding and you allow yourself to be guided in alignment with your intuition moving forward. It says here you are not at square one in life, so you have accumulated all this wisdom along the journey. So nothing is in vain if you are starting over to some degree. You've learned so much from past failures and hurts. Now you're basing your initial moves on logic rather than hot air. That requires you to slow down, to zoom out, and to really tune in so that you're responding and not reacting. When you've built up your confidence, intuition, and inspiration come flooding back in. For now, you are checking and double checking. And the best way to come back into inner fulfillment is by tuning in with yourself, slowing down, spending time in nature, doing things that are nourishing for the soul, and feel more of you being in your experience. And that is being grateful. I'm going to pull a card from this deck also. Thank you for being here with me. If you feel like you're pivoting, or there's a whole new, that you can't see the way, that's a sign that you are going the right way when you can't see what's next, the next step. And it's a decision. It's making a decision of, I want this, or I claim this in my energy, or this is who I am, or this is what I command or demand of the universe now. If you're activating an emboldened energy within you, and like, this is not good enough anymore, I want more. And you know that there's an abundance of everything. Not to feel alone in that process. If you identify as being an advanced soul and feel that with the weight of the world on your shoulders, or that you feel that you're loving and supportive of others, but not quite receiving that. So be mindful of your perception and how you have the power to shift that and to no longer believe things that may be perpetuating cycles of stuckness or feeling alone or victim consciousness or thoughts that just generally do not benefit you. There's an abundance of everything. So even if you feel that you're rare and you're different and people don't understand you, there's an abundance of other people just like you who can't wait to meet you and connect with you. Let me know if that one has resonated for you. We've got pleasure to delight in pleasure on your stairway to heaven. So this is bringing me the question again of, are you living your heaven every day? If you're committing to your heaven and earth, are you creating space for experiences and activities and tasks that are bringing that about? So on the pathway that you are taking deliberate, intentional action in building towards something that is bringing about something long term in your long term vision, and you take small, consistent steps and then bolder steps as resonates for you along that way. That is the completion of something that's a mission or vision in your heart and soul, while equally allowing yourself to have the simple pleasures in the now and being in enjoyment in the now and enjoying the pleasure of everyday mundane things. I was on a bus down by the sea this morning, feeling just so appreciative for being on that bus and feeling held by the bus and feeling that I was being taken on this adventure and looking around at these people. I think half the people in the bus were going to go to the beach and just kind of going, oh my God, I wonder if this is amazing. This is magic. This is magic. This now moment and being fully present to it, how that activates greater pleasure the more you do that on a consistent basis in the now. You're guided to retreat and go within and to ignite what truly is giving you pleasure in a way that brings you back into alignment. If there's been certain tasks or things in your reality that have not been bringing you satisfaction, it could be that you're now being asked to step away from them and to truly follow what is making you happy. You deserve to be happy and to create more of your heaven and to feel that in your reality creation, you're experiencing more of your heaven on a day by day basis. If that is in taking care of you in your body, if it's in your workout routine, if it's in the food that you enjoy that nourishes you, if it's places that you get to go, people that you get to connect with, and that you're constantly in enjoyment of the journey as you continue to persist towards your ultimate bigger vision and dream. As Neptune goes back into Pisces, this is your moment to truly go further in on that, drowning out outside noise and committing yourself. So that commitment to yourself does require the inner stillness, the introspection, and coming back into alignment with who you truly are, what truly sets your heart and soul on fire. And to be honest with yourself if something is no longer working for you because it's not pouring into you, it's not making you happy, it's not making you feel emotionally balanced, whatever it may be that you feel that you require and desire for your heaven and earth creation. Let me know if this message has resonated for you. I've had a lot of additional clients wanting to book in calls this week in feeling this pivot, and I'm sensing an almost a fear there of what do I do now and what's next. And it's because of the scattered energy. So if any of you happen to click on and see this video, hello, get out into nature, come back into your own energy, and all unfolds from there. It is definitely a slowdown to speed things up and not about pursuing and chasing a quick fix that could take you on a trajectory that you do not prefer. Lots of love. If anyone wants to step into empowerment coaching or to receive Reiki attunements with me, I would be so happy to connect with you. Take good care of you and see you in the next one.